So what introduction should we do for this review?
I feel like we haven't done the classic explosion one in a little while.
It's funny you say that. It's actually called Explosion.
Oh, wow.
Actually, can you hear that?
Is it a bomb?
It actually is.
I could set you free, show you what this world can really be. Here with me.
Hello there, guys. Welcome, of course, back into yet another one of us Review Bros. My name's Aaron.
Craig.
And today we are, of course, bringing you the hype to screens around the world in the form of a Koka Labz product. And as you know, they produce the pre-workouts Dexter and Dexter Halloween. Yeah, exactly that. Killer Stim Junkie pre-workouts. And of course, we have high hopes for this one. It's got a serious shopping list formulation on the back of it. Scary looking stuff. I'm a bit worried, are you?
I'm a bit worried. So let's take a little look at the tub with you. It's called Explosion. Very nice graphics. Very shopping listy looking label. And we're going to be bringing you those usuals, the taste, the price, the label and the effects.
Is it going to be worth your hard-earned money? Let's find out for you today. And of course, thank you to Cross the Limits for sending it on down to us. They do worldwide shipping, so no matter where you are, it's worth watching this review. Let's go. In with that first segment, taste and mixability, and a lot of you don't care, but guess what, we do. You know what, for those of you who do care, it would be unfair for us to skip it altogether, wouldn't it? Comes in just the one flavour, doesn't it? What is it?
It does indeed. We've got Orange Burst. Take a look at those graphics. Will it focus? Probably not.
I think it's going to be really tasty. Orange Burst just sounds really flavoursome. You know, they've not got a lot to mask in here. It's going to taste beautiful, I'm very sure.
Oh yeah, like a cocktail on the beach, right?
Yeah, we've used it before, but of course, for the sake of the camera, we're going to pretend and give you some, you know, dramatics for that first time effect. Let's do it. It's got no flavour, no colouring.
Yeah.
No flavouring, we'll find out.
Yeah.
Mixability.
It's always a bit menacing when it don't have colour.
I'm not even going to try and show you on the camera. It's even harder with the non-coloured ones, but there is a little bit in the corner, look.
Tiny bit of sediment, yeah.
Nothing.
Just trust us, it's not horrific, is
Nah,
it?
nothing crazy. Orange Burst going down. Is it going to burst our windpipe? Let's find out.
Oh, fuck me. Jesus Christ.
That is strong.
How's that for some acting for you guys?
Oh, no, it's not nice, is it? Let's be real.
Jesus Christ, that's really strong.
I mean, we've put it with 8 ounces of water.
Yeah, like 300 ml.
But I feel like even we need more than that.
It was only 15 grams, so generally we don't need to go over that amount.
It hits you with a chemical train, doesn't it?
Chemical mixed with sourness, all coming at you.
Yeah, there's sourness, tartness,
Everythingness.
bitterness, chemicalness.
It is an explosion of nasty flavours with an orange tone to
There's
it.
orange. They very kindly throw an orange in at the very back of it.
Like
Let's
a very
be honest.
citrusy, like, bitter.
I've got to be honest. It's battery acid with orange. It's not even the orange juice. It's the orange peel.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, it is. Blended up
is.
orange peel, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
That's actually a good shout. The orange skin.
Yeah.
Peel. I'm not too sure what everyone calls it around the world. The skin of the orange.
Yeah.
It tastes like that actually if you was biting and chewing that.
And interestingly, it doesn't even tell you how much water to mix it in. So it's basically like, just do it to your own device.
I'll do one more sip and then we'll try and do a 3, 2, 1 out of 10. But
Yeah.
I've got to be realistic here, haven't we? Got to be honest.
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
3, 2, 1, 3.
5 out of 10. Oh, really?
You go 5.
I think the orange does save it a bit.
I think it's nasty. It's not, look, I'll be honest, it's not absolutely undoable. Don't get me wrong, for me it's edging very close. You are just going to neck this pre-workout hold your nose if you have to and just get down the gym. For me, I'll be honest, it's one of the worst tasting ones I've had in recent memories.
For me, the most offensive part is just how strong it tastes. It's very strong on the tongue.
You don't even have to swallow it before you taste it. It's an instant hit of force.
Yeah, maybe 5's a bit kind. 4.5. 4.5 out of 10.
And I'm a 3, so it's around that area, guys. So be prepared on that. Obviously, as I mentioned, a lot of people don't care. We just got to hope for some seriously good effects off the back end, haven't we?
Will it be justified?
But first, we talk money. Let's do this.
And we're into price segment. So how much is this nice shiny tub of pre-workout going to set you back? And will it be worth it? Well, you head over to crossthelimits.co.uk. You can use our code RB5%. Use the percent sign, it's required. You can pick up this tub for £46.08.
Not bad, eh? 25 servings?
Correct.
So you do get a bit more than the 20 servings, quite obviously. When you do the math on that, guys, it comes in £1.84. And I'm going to flash the dollars up for the screen right now for you US viewers out there. Don't forget they do worldwide shipping. Best place to find that out, the information out behind that, is to just message them on Instagram. 4 out of 10 on the pricing scale, where a 5 out of 10 is average. So it is a little bit more expensive than average. To be honest though, I thought it might be a little bit more expensive than it is. So, not much more can be said, can it really? There we go. Let's move into the label. What is the money purchasing you guys? Let's find out.
Right, let's get into this juicy label. 25 servings, 1 scoop is 15 grams. First up, L-citrulline malate, 2 to 1, 5 grams.
Yeah, a lower dose than we typically see. You're still going to be getting a respectable amount of citrulline for nitric oxide production and pump.
Nice. Beta-alanine, 3.2 grams.
Good clinical dose for the itchy tingle feeling as it kicks in and endurance benefits.
Agmatine sulfate, a gram.
Nice dose, more pumps for the citrulline.
L-tyrosine, gram.
Focus and concentration amino acid.
Alpha GPC, 50%, 500 milligrams.
Good dose, again more focus, a choline type for brain wake up.
Beta PEA, 500 milligrams.
More focus with the alpha GPC there, hopefully getting you in the zone.
Lovely. Caffeine anhydrous, 350 milligrams.
Good dose, 3.5 cups worth of coffee, energy and stimulation.
N-phenylethyl dimethylamine citrate, 250 milligrams.
Nice, a readurensis, a good dose, euphoria, mood elevation, mild stimulation.
2-amino isoheptane, 200 milligrams.
Good, main ingredient of the pre-workout in my opinion, DMHA, grey area product. Again, more euphoria, focus, stimulation.
Theobromine, 175 milligram.
Mood elevation and slight stimulation.
Isopropyl HCl, 30 milligram.
Fat burning with energy production as well.
Caffeine citrate, 25 milligram.
A lower dose, but it's going to work with the caffeine anhydrous. It will kick in faster, giving you a faster source of energy.
Lovely, we'll yield 50% of that as caffeine. Then we've got dicaffeine malate, 25 milligram, again yielding 75.
Yeah, lower dosages. Is that the yielded amount? We're not too sure. Is that the full amount? But nonetheless, a slower digesting version of caffeine, hopefully giving us some level of anti-crash.
Yeah, like a little sip of a coffee worth. Then we've got vitamin B3 as niacin, 25 milligram.
Which might give you niacin flushing, which will help with the beta-alanine in terms of giving you that tingly, flushing sensation, hopefully for a bit of sense of urgency, to be honest with you.
Nice, Supercene A, 10 milligrams, so that would work out as 100 micrograms.
Yeah, that's in there for concentration, focus benefits.
We'll take it. Then we wrap off with alpha-himbine, 1 milligram.
Yeah, I'd say that's the perfect dosage, not too low. It's adrenaline precursor, giving you energy and focus, fat burning effect, should I say, and it's also going to not give you cold sweats, jitters, and the like, as higher dosages can do.
Indeed, that does wrap the label off. A nice comprehensive label, certainly from a stim and focus standpoint. We're not really looking at pump, but then we don't buy this sort of pre-pump, do we?
No, no digestive aid. Will that hold it back? Of course, we're going to give you all that and more in the effects segment. Let's go.
We are there. The effects of this stuff in the real damn world. What can it do for you watching at home, your friends, family, colleagues, relationships, and the like? Starting us off at the beginning, beta-alanine.
It's in there, isn't it? How much?
It's in there at the clinical dosage, and I'll be honest, I didn't really feel it. Did you?
I felt it to the mildest extent. I'm talking 2 or 3 out of 10 on the tingle scale. Enough to know it's in there, but not anything above and beyond that. Now, why do we think that is?
I think that's because the beta alanine actually takes a seat behind the driver. You can spot it in your rear view mirror, but it's not coming to the engine bay. Now, what does is quite a quick sense of something coming in, some elicits tapping on the door.
Indeedy, yeah, it's got a little some in there. What we've said, not to jump the gun too much, it's not really a floaty, euphoric, off your bonce type feeling. It's more of a absolutely dialed in, get out of my way, I've got shit to do, boom, DMHA feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, guys, caffeine comes in quick, so you automatically start feeling something, and then you just feel dialed in illicitness, and there's no way around that.
Your eyes feel peeled, you almost can't blink, you feel hyper focused, like you're just very aware that something's come over you, aren't you? You're like, something is taken over.
Yeah, you get that slightly dry throat, chest feel when you know the stims are kicking in hard. The heart rate pushes up quite quick as well, and you do straight away, before even touching a weight, get a slight sweat on. Hands sweaty, knees weak, arms heavy.
Mum's spaghetti.
There we go. It definitely gives you, for me actually, you say not floaty, but for me there was a sense of floaty, but it was a floaty into another dimension when it concerned the weights.
Yeah.
I felt like my brain was ready. The name actually is quite applicable, because I felt like either my heart or my brain was going to explode.
Absolutely, I agree with you. There was an element of floatiness to there for me, enough to know that it's DMHA, but above that for me was that productive, dialed in, like, not quite aggressive and angry, but very serious. Like, it's not a he, let's take this and have a laugh with your mateys kind of one. It's like, take this for PB days.
Yeah. Breathing and endurance is upped as a side note of that illicit stimulation of the central nervous system, of course, lung capacity. It is a strong pre-workout, quite obviously not for beginners, not for intermediate users. It is a stim junkie pre-workout. If I had the choice, I would only use this a maximum of once per week.
Yeah, and even then you're really pushing it. Now, they're going to be asking that classic question, aren't they? How does it compare to Dexter? How does it compare to Dexter Halloween?
I think it's not quite as strong as Dexter Halloween. That stuff is silly.
Yeah, I mean, 4 scoops of that pre is going to rival the strongest pre-workouts ever.
This stuff,
Savage pumps in the gym and the bedroom. Wolf pump.
it's very reminiscent to me of Dexter, maybe a little bit stronger. It is, you just, even after training, you feel it for the rest of the day. That is obvious, and you will struggle sleeping. That's
Absolutely.
the truth.
Mild appetite suppression, high amount of thirst. Just, yeah, like the music slapping, get on with it, crack on with your training, everything feels light, you feel like an absolute animal on it. It's one of those ones.
Actually reminds me a little bit of Flame from Dark Labs in terms of the focus element. I would say, actually, to be honest with you, Koka Labz, off the top of my head, are pretty much the only ones really pressing on Dark Labs in terms of
Power.
stim junkiness,
Absolutely.
illicitness.
Now, one thing we did expect to be on the poorer side based on the label, which is not touched on yet, is quite obviously those pumps. So you're not going to get juicy pumps on it, but if you do want your pumps, stack on something else, but you're not buying this as pumps. We have said, however, you do get very nice contractions, A to B to C style training.
Strength fills up
Yes.
because you don't feel pain
No.
as such.
It's reduced.
It's kind of, your brain, where it's so overloaded, pain is shunted away.
Exactly, which is what happens when your body produces adrenaline, right? Pain takes a back seat, potent productiveness takes a front seat, and that's what you got in the gym the whole time you're on this. Now, how much would you say, how long do you feel it at max effect?
2 hours to 3 hours, and then that's more than enough for your training. Then it starts to come down. Would you say it's crashy? I might do a little bit. It's kind of that where it gets you training so hard, you get that mellowed out feeling afterwards in terms of physical energy. You just feel dead,
Yeah.
but at the same time, your brain is still producing some mathematical sums that Einstein might be jealous of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's that mellow feeling in the sense of you feel like it's a job well done. Like you feel accomplished. You're like, right, I've absolutely smashed that training session. Left no stones unturned. Time to try and get some sleep, which you won't.
If you want dialed in illicitness, it would get a 10, and it would obviously fall into the buy it category.
Yeah.
As I mentioned again, though, importantly, beginners, it's not for you. Intermediate users, it's not for you, and you might get away with half scoops, but that is at a warning level high with a discretionary piece in place.
Yeah, and one other little thing to touch on, Alpha Yo 1 milligram, you feel it, it's there. You do know it's in there, but it's not offensive. Like you get a slight bit of excess saliva.
Bit of sweat.
Yeah, a bit of sweat on us, a bit of like jitteriness, but nothing that's hideous.
Well done. And again, thank you, Cross the Limits, for sending it on down. If it's something you're interested in, do use that discount code in the price segment.
Worth that price point as well, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's a strong one. You won't be disappointed.
No.
Thank you for watching at home. What do you think of it if you try it in the future? Drop it down in those comments down below. And as always,
Stay
stimmed. Explosion time.